Hello everybody, Ian here, and we're outside today because, well, I'm going to go for a run and I want you to come with me. Yeah, I know you don't want to go for a run, but come along and we'll show you some interesting, maybe inspirational stuff around town. We're only going to do 3 or 4 miles, so come along. Lots of people, I think, struggle with finding inspiration for micro layouts. So, I'm just going to show you a few places around my hometown. And some are railway related, railroad related, others are not. So just show you that inspiration is possible anywhere. One's coming up so shortly. So here we are at the first location. This is the Hutchinson Co-op depot. Premises. This used to be rail served. As you can see, we're on the Dakota Rail Trail, which well, by the name, yes, it was an old railroad line that was here until like 20 years ago. And the trail is a wonderful trail for like cycling and running on. I use it a lot. So what we have here is a very, very simple industry. Well, not an industry, but it's it's an agricultural distribution depot. So you can see lots of bits around here, but I have behind me here the ammonia tank. Ammonia, of course, being valuable in fertilizers. And then you have behind me here the seed and feed warehouse. But plenty of opportunity for working freight cars here. You could actually model this in its entirety in Z-scale on a 3-foot shelf. So I know I've tried it, I've planned it out. And if you look in a back issue of the Micro Model Railway Dispatch, I'll put that down here as well, then I covered this in some detail earlier. As we look along here, this is the this is the warehouse here with we got a door there, so box cars could be unloaded at that. And now I think this is a weigh bridge now, I'm not sure, but whether this actually loaded, unloaded hopper cars during earlier times, I don't know, but it's another spot for a car on a micro layout. So we've got one at the ammonia tank there, we've got 2 at the at that door there, we've got a 3rd here at the weighbridge, perhaps a loading point there. You could also have, let's see, you could have a team track spot down here, and once again you can see here that the rails are actually very, very visible here. So it's a interesting place, and for a small industry, for a micro layout, I think it has a lot of potential. So we'll go along to the next spot now. I'll just joggle off the trail at the minute to show you a very nice structure that you might appreciate and think it'd be worth modelling. This old gas station here is quite remarkable. It's full of character, I think, and certainly would be worth having a place on anybody's layout, because it really is rather nice. So we'll carry on a bit further. So coming up on your left now is a interesting structure that might inspire you. Basically that's like I don't know, you call that 2/3 of a Nissan hut, 2/3 of a Quonset hut. It's certainly pretty unique, and might be worth featuring on a layout somewhere. And now we're down here, you can also see these big concrete pads from a couple of big grain elevators that were here until shortly before the railroad was pulled up. And now they've just built some big old tin sheds, storage sheds on the top of them. Yeah, your Quonset hut there, your Nissan hut, 2/3 of one. I think that's worth featuring on the layout, don't you? Let's carry on. Oh, now here's something I wanted to show you. A couple of places either side of the trail. So look at this. All the time you see on models is your corrugations running the same way, and all the same size of corrugations as well, same style. But if you look here, you can see we've got some corrugations running vertically, we've got some corrugations running horizontally, and we've got block walls in there as well. We've got a ridiculously narrow door there, and the big door itself is actually a different style of corrugations there as well. And we got a bit of, looks like a bit of asbestos, corrugated asbestos there. So that's a little interesting detail you could feature in your model. And don't forget, you've got these big extractor fan covers here as well. See, walls of factories aren't always flat. There's often little bits sticking out of them. So just like extractor fan covers and things like that. So maybe that's a little detail you might want to incorporate into your layouts. And then on the other side of the trail we have another industry. We've got a big old concrete building there. We have an old circular storage silo there with lots of pipe work coming out of it. Now we've got a corrugated iron building there using a different style of corrugations, lots of extractor fans and stuff sticking off it. And then you got this big old pipe ducting running between these two structures. You can actually see there's no support there at all. It's like, I don't know, what have we got? It's like 25 yards between the supports, and you can see the pipework sagging. So somewhere there's a prototype for everything. And also we've got here, you can see that, well, the building is only halfway painted. So that's something to consider. And then at the end we've got another charming little shed there that might work for you too. So all things that you can like look at and take in. You should be looking around yourself at these structures around you. You know, this is quite an interesting setup, and might make a nice back scene industry. I don't know, or you could have it rail served. I don't know. So it's just a very interesting setup that I like. So And a few weeks ago, I was running around these storage buildings looking to tack on an extra 1/10 of a mile here or there to get to me finish and my training run, and I came across this that you're going to see in front of you, and I was just amazed with it. I think really this is something that absolutely cries out to be modelled. I mean, just look at this. This is absolutely magnificent. You have some block here, some block wall here, with a little bit of wriggly tin with a wonderfully faded door there. Then we got a tar papered semicircular section of building here, another with some windows in there as well. And then we come to a wooden section. This wooden section actually has doors on it as well, so you could easily see a layout where boxcars are shoved along here past all the tar paper and stuff and unloaded here. I mean, this is, and it's just superb. This could easily find its way to a layout. And if you look back there, sandwiched between the tar paper and the clapboard, I think it's clapboard, and there's some more wriggly tin back there, and we've got like what looks like tyres holding down some a tarpaulin off to cover a leaky roof. So yeah, this one's just superb, and I think you'll agree this was worth the 3-mile run to get here. So I'm gonna stop now and take some pictures, because this is too good. This is too good not to appear on a micro layout.
The building is the old creamery, and though it was never rail served, it certainly feels to me like it should have been.
There we are then, 4 miles. Hope you didn't get too out of breath, but hope you saw some interesting stuff, maybe something that gives you a few ideas. And well, I'm going to go and plan a layout for that structure we just looked at. So we'll see you soon.
As I was so captivated by those structures, it was simplicity itself to come up with a simple idea for a shelf layout using a tuning fork track plan. I could see this working in ON30 with perhaps a porter shoving boxcars to the unloading point there. And of course, I'm having measured everything up, it would come in at about 40 inches long, the layout would. So there would be room to take a little bit out of the buildings and make it a little bit shorter, but still keep the same character. I think we have a pretty good idea for a micro layout there. Would I build it? Well, if I had time, I probably would. I've certainly got the stock, but I'm working on other things at the minute, and we'll talk about those next week. Take care. Happy modelling.